I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, man. Come on.
There's always that active and that defending. I think it's like there's always that active and that defending. I think it's like there's always that active and that defending. I think it's like
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, man. Come on.
Thank you very much for that, Ian Wright. People deluded, I'm back again. It's World Cup season, people, and we kick off with Qatar against Ecuador. Ecuador versus Qatar. It's the curtain raiser. Now, respectfully to both nations, it's probably not what we'd call a curtain opener. It's probably not what I'd definitely call a curtain raiser. It's probably not what we're watching the World Cup for. But that's a bit superficial. The World Cup is about togetherness, celebrating countries and the diversities of the people among them, and ultimately coming together through our love of this beautiful game, people. What a simple game has had the power to stop wars on occasion and many other historic moments, people. But yeah, as I said, it's Qatar versus Ecuador. It's the first game. Tomorrow we're watching all the games as well. I think England kick off at 1. So I'll be live probably 15 minutes, half an hour before kickoff. So let's say 12:45. Appreciative to the Twitch ones in particular. So YouTube gang, please make sure you're smashing the like button. DG, my broski, it's been a minute. Hope you're doing well, my G. Don't care about the noise surrounding this tournament. It's still the biggest spectacle for all lovers of the game. You said it there. I have nothing more to add on that. Shout out Comrade and shout out the Nightbot, man. Again, Twitch ones especially, please make sure you're checking your schedules. I can't say that enough. Please make sure you're hitting your schedules. Spin it one more time, innit? Give the people them what they want, man.
there's always that active and that defending. I think it's like
So yeah, what the people want, the people get, man. Josh, I hope you're happy. People, I'm still here, but obviously I'm conscious that we're 11 minutes until kickoff. I've almost finished the lineup. Let me make sure that's actually done, people. Okay, I've done all of Qatar's side. Where we at, where Ecuador, they're the visitors of this country like everybody else. And obviously the away side today. So yeah, let's start there. That could look a bit better. Or not. Okay, I've done the midfielders. Oh, it's just the front three. Well, 3 players' names are missing. So let's say Plata. Apparently, you're meant to be decent. Obviously, I'd say the poster boy for me in this Ecuador team would probably be Esteban. I wasn't going to say that, but he's a fullback. I swear that's the one that plays for Villarreal, fullback Union and that. On a serious note, probably, Brighton's Moses Caicedo. So, yeah, man, and there's 2 interesting things. Obviously, it's an Asian country against an American region sort of country, South America, if I'm not mistaken. So it's 2 contrasting styles. Now, hopefully it's a good game, man. Hopefully this is a free scoring game because, as I said, this is probably not what we signed up for. But yeah, you've got Plata there. You've got Valencia. Is that the Valencia you used to play for West Ham once upon a time? Enna Valencia. Just because you're wearing my favorite number, which is number 13, I need to see your goal. You're going to be man of the match. I'm talking it to existence. And obviously you've got, your same number as Martinelli. So I just have to put your name in there. Sweet stuff, sweet stuff. That's sweet. What? Oh. Doesn't let me export. Just call it World Cup 1. Let's get that to the left and right of myself. Smash the like button if you haven't already, folks. World Cup 1. There we have it. Bob is your uncle. Koshti. 4th in qualifying. South American 4th in qualifying. So they got good pedigree coming into this. Yo, big up Deluded Streets are saying you won the Cat Yarabao and FM. I'm a manager that's always going to win things, and we're in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. We're challenging for the league title. We'll always win things. That's the Super Cup. That's the Europa League, and now that's the Cat Yarabao. The dominance is starting. The revolution is being televised. Yeah, allow me, human being, man. Pronunciation, please allow me today, man. It's Sunday. So yeah, I hope you're all doing well and safe. I hope you're all in good spirits, and I hope you're all ready to enjoy a good game of football. Again, now that we're here, you know, many people have got their comments to say about a Winter World Cup, the conditioning of the World Cup. The people who were not at this World Cup, like, off the top of my head, Pogba, Kante, Mane, Benzema yesterday, technically Reece James, and Conquer of France. France have been hit heavy, really. Feel free to interject, people. There's definitely more names. And on one hand, you'd think going into the World Cup, with it being mid-season, that players are starting to be in their best run of form. And I say that because if you look at a club level, pre-season, they always say 10 or so games is when you start seeing really what you wanted your team to look like in August. And we're kind of at that period, I assume, domestically, and know for a fact in the Premier League. So they should be in their best of conditions. But at the same time, a lot of players have complained. A lot of players have spoken about the heat. A lot of players have carrying little niggles and knocks. Who knows, really? I guess we're going to find out. This is probably I don't want to say anything because who knows in life. But in my 27 years, I'm pretty confident to say this will be probably the first and last time in my lifetime that this is played during the winter. Is this the World Cup that's coming to Africa? It's the beginning, so I have hope. Treats are also saying 8 players pulled up to your yard and revolted. Listen, what happened in the training ground or in relation to my team stays in house. We're not one to give the papers headlines. You was there. What do you mean, Streets? You was there, human being. Waste, man. Get these policies off the stream, off the TV. Can't lie, you know, obviously beautiful game. I love it in that, you know, it's the World Cup. It brings us common men and women that are locked in and everywhere else together. But away from that, you know, we all know this is our money-making scheme, and the fat cats that control this thing, just like in the government and that all around the world, are the ones really benefiting. And I know Infantino, forgive me, he's been in a bit of hot water over some comments in the build-up to this game. And I always feel, ever since the Olympics was in the United Kingdom, specifically Stratford, which ain't that far from Everton, Tottenham, what's the legacy? Like, because obviously we all saw Brazil, how, you know, it was almost like two different worlds. We saw that when Senegal won the AFCON as well. We've definitely seen that in many places, really. So what is the long-lasting legacy? What is going to be the legacy of Qatar past this? Bit like the Olympics, you know. Cool, you got Olympic Park, but what's the legacy to the local community? Yep, just glad games are on. Denmark is the dark horse. I don't know. For me, dark horse favourites and all them things there, until we get to the semis and that, I don't really know, people. I don't really know. Looking at France, they could do the Buki one, but half the players, big players, are missing as well, really. And surely that has a knock-on effect. There is a number of French players that are in good form. No legacy. Legacy is a big thing. If Senegal had Mane, I would have said maybe they could get to the quarter semi-finals on a dark horse thing. You never know, man. Sometimes when key players aren't there, people overperform, because there's a man in that Senegal team that would not be starting games if Mane was there. And at the same time, it's national pride. Yeah, Mane is gone, but that's one man. Are you going to feel sorry about one man situation, or are you going to buck together for the millions or whatever the population of Senegal is? But yeah, like you said, it's a serious one. France are out in the groups. We're saying a bit like the Euros, where they kind of stunk up the joint. As long as Messi, Neymar, or someone from Arsenal wins, who cares? This World Cup stinks of bad people taking a beautiful creation and making it their servant. Every World Cup, really. You know, again, big up the South Africans. In fact, I'm pretty sure, okay, forgive me if I'm wrong, you're South African. What is the legacy of the World Cup? Is there still legacy projects and things going on and facilities being used? Or is it like most things in life, people bust out? G1 appreciative for your support. Anyone can win this. That's what makes this tournament interesting. I mean, mathematically, yeah, I guess. And come on, man, these lot are living their dreams. It don't matter where you're from in this world. I mean, I assume you're all here because I think it is Enna Valencia. All wanted to have, obviously none of us got to make it, but we all wanted to be footballers, and we all had a dream of winning Champions Leagues and winning World Cups and playing at World Cups. I know if you don't really win it, it's not important, but I think many people underestimate, you know, if you look at the world of football and you start breaking it down, obviously a lot of footballers can play, I can say they played in a European competition. But in terms of the staple side, the players that at any time have been footballers, to those that have played at a World Cup, not many people can say that when they end their career. Not many people can say they've played on the biggest. This is the biggest competition football has to offer. Yeah, man. Senegal ruled out Mane. Well, yeah, the club doctor came out. Enner Valencia, formerly of Everton and West Ham. He played for Everton. I only remember him exclusively for West Ham. He played for Everton. Swear down, he played for Everton. Completely forgot about that. But it sounds about right. It sounds like Everton signing. Oh, a loan. Bandulu loan. Okay, fair enough. I was about to say VAR. VAR check complete. He has been. Hopefully it's a good game of football. As usual, people, I'm sorry, but I want drama, red cards, controversy, all these things. Not sure about hearing the English one, but yeah, man. Just enjoy it, man. Especially respectfully, these like nations that aren't likely to win the World Cup. Just enjoy it, man. Like you're gonna be rubbing shoulders with some lit players that, unless you're playing at some team that's in the Europa Champions League or at a high level across the top 5 divisions in Europe, you might not play again. Like whoever's in Neymar's group, obviously you got Serbia, who good nation, but there's probably, you know, someone participating for the sake of it. Is well, it is scout times as well. World Cup is the world's biggest competition, billions of views. Come on. And this is the first of many live streams with you lot, people. Appreciative of all of you lot locked in. It's going to be a big test for me to deliver these things, but it's going to have to happen. You're right, DG. In South Africa, the stadiums built for the World Cup are eroding. The youth programs have fizzled away. The World Cup legacy here in South Africa is the fact that we paid our own bribes to get it. Crazy. DG, who you reckon going to be the breakout player? Honestly, I don't have a clue, man. But I wouldn't say breakout, but I'm keen to see Australia play purely because they got this black youth that I think went to Newcastle. But who knows, man? I to be honest with you, I'll be real. I ain't done too much research and all these things going into the World Cup. I specifically did that because I just want to enjoy it, man. Like I want to enjoy it and be wild. And I can't lie, Griezmann always balls out in tournaments, bro. Giroud and that, anything's possible. Kickoff is 2 minutes away mathematically, people. Hopefully, it's a good game of footy. If I had to bet money, Twitch can we get the bets going? If I had to bet money, 2-1 Ecuador. But you never know. Fear the unknown. If you know about Qatar's national team and that, fair enough to you lot. But I don't know anything. Yeah, him. I'm keen to see what he brings to the table. Havertz to have an all-timer World Cup. Aye, not Ray. I don't run punch still. If you need a stream, there you have it. They just started handshakes. This game ain't starting in a minute. Now, I can't lie. They're doing the team lineups. It looks like a back 5/ a back 3 from Qatar as well. Let's see what they bring to the table. Pull that right up, man. Fill that cup. Yeah. Ain't a cup if it ain't full. Slap that there. Let's finish this coffee. Let's make sure my hands are on the trigger so I can start the timer. My TV broke, so I'm on the streaming thing. Oh, you got angry and smashed it. Might be a dead 1-0 this. Woozy, you're right, but I'm trying to talk something else into existence, man. Come on, man. It's the first game. Allegedly, Qatar. Oh, what's my alarm going off? I don't know what alarm's going off for what reason. But yeah, allegedly, Qatar were paying off people. So give us something. Any players Arteta may be looking at to further strengthen his title charge? I don't know anything about a title charge for one, but you'd imagine that, you know, all clubs have probably their eyes on certain players going into this tournament and they'll monitor them. And there's also some players that, as you always see, might not necessarily be known, but play for a move. I big up Enner Valencia, man. Number 13, Capitano as well. I want you to score, man. We're my favorite number. I mean, how much did the Ecuadorian people players get paid? So deep. Only a couple Ecuador dons got a moving graphic thing. What's going on with the BBC graphics? How comes everyone ain't got the wavy touching the club, well, the country badge? Only 2 man had that. Jeremy Sarmiento, isn't that the lad that he's on the bench for Ecuador? Ain't he at Brighton? Brighton slandered when it comes to these South American talents, slyly. On the slice of pegs, Felix Sanchez. Okay, that respectfully, he doesn't sound like a Qatari national, so I'm keen to see. I'd assume that's Spanish or something. So I want to see combining what Ecuador's about from a footballing sense of view with obviously your input from wherever you're from and wherever you've learned to coach. See what this is about. Come on, ref. To be fair, this Ali brother, he's got 41 goals in 92 games for Qatar. The striker, number 19, he might be on violence. You say Qatar upset Top Blue, but allegedly, you know, the Ecuadorian player has been paid. making his World Cup debut, Moses Caicedo. You know, he's highly rated. Barely really kicked a ball for Brighton like that, but every game he's drawing more admirers, and this is the world stage. You're keen to see him, maybe Maddison if he gets minutes, Telemans, all players that are linked with potential moves. I'm keen to see who gets a move. I'm keen to see the goalies that play out their skin. There's some goalies that I'm sure only play football when it comes to World Cups. Like the Mexican lad. I can't say I've seen you play club football. Long ball forward by Qatar to kick us off. They're in the box already at Qatar. Hey, maybe these Ecuadorian things are, you know, about getting paid is true, because what kind of unorthodox clearance was that early on? But yeah, the game's kicked off. The World Cup is now here. Let's hope it's a good game of football. Ecuador in possession. Bit scrappy start early on. I don't think Maddison is playing tomorrow. Yes, Sarmiento, he just moved from Benfica, represented England, but now Ecuador. Ain't that I knew that was the guy, and he used to be at Charlton before that. He's made a name for himself on the slicer ones. They like their South Americans. Bro, they have a network over there for sure. McAllister, Caicedo, they got some youngster that's from South America. So, yeah, Brighton doing what they can, man. And to be fair, they're smart at what they do. You know, you look at it, Ben White got released by Southampton. He went to Brighton, played one full season in the Premier League and was sold for 50 million to Arsenal. That's a mad thing from an academy point of view. And it shows you football's a funny old game of opinions. Ecuador back in possession. Neither team can really, early on, it's only been a minute, but both teams struggling to just simply put people, keep hold of the ball. And maybe that's a mad thing. That's a good ball forward from the centre half of Qatar out to his man on this left-hand side. Ooh, ref, that's a Caicedo. Boy, that's a mad tackle. I think that's an orange card, but ref says play on. I like you, ref. It's got a good tempo to the game early on. Probably going to normalize out. Ref has stopped the game now, but yeah. Look at how many people they have on VAR. Watch. Breaking news. Anthony Martial has been involved in a bust-up with a youth team player that threatened to give Ten Hag another headache after the Ronaldo saga. 18-year-old Dangor clattered Martial with a robust tackle in training on Wednesday, which sparked an angry reaction confrontational between the pair. Martial is alleged to have lashed out and caught the youngster. Man, that ain't no news, bro. That's like being in a boxing gym and man lose their temper and punch each other up a bit too much. Come on, man. You done a mad tackle. You didn't like it. Carry on, man. That ain't no news, man. That ain't no news, man. Obviously, Martial ain't really getting in the team. United taking Arsenal's place and providing hot topics away from the football field. That ain't no news, man. You know, there much fights there probably is every day with every tackle in training. Come on, man. It's not that deep. Like, but it's World Cup. Whoever's getting paid to write specifically about Man United, there's not going to be too much apart from recycled Ronaldo news. So they're going to do that. Qatar keeper in no man's land. You might have got paid. Madness. It might be 1-0. Ender Valencia has scored this 1-0. Bandulu defending, Sunday League defending. I called it. I told you he's going to bag. I said this has a fantastic start to the game. The first goal of the 2022 World Cup has been scored by Ecuador, people. Qatar find themselves a goal down. I don't know what the Qatari keeper was doing, but he needs to ask himself. He's come out. He's in no man's land. They failed to clear it. It's Sunday League, Hackney Marshes-esque. Eventually, Ender Valencia, the number 13, the captain of Ecuador, has scored and put them a goal ahead. Bandulu, it's all come from a deep line free kick. Ender Valencia, I believe. Well, no, it's not him. He's initially gone up. But I can't even describe this to you lot, people. Slightly, that's a wavy assist as well from, I believe, Torres. It's like a bicycle kick, Bandulu. Like, it's wavy. South American techers. I would lie to everyone I meant to do that. I saw Ender Valencia. I passed him the ball. I think he's tried to go for goal. He sliced it. Ender Valencia, a striker, reacts and scores. I don't quite know what the Qatari keeper's getting vexed about. You came out. If you come out and you call for it, you have to get it. He's fumbled it like a chocolate teapot. And Ecuador a goal ahead. Absolutely mazzoline. Absolute mazza. Qatar have to wake up. Well, VAR. Pardon me. Well, someone mentioned the VAR in the office. It's got to be a goal. There's no, it went offside. It might not be 1-0. The longer VAR check, the more you're likely to believe that it's not going to be given. What was wrong with that? He didn't look offside. Fair enough. It's the right call. It's the right call. Well, even Ender Valencia is going. Yeah, they're gonna Qatar just put the brown envelope money through. Is the transaction gonna be approved? Oh, Bandili. Is it a goal or is it offside? What the hell? Well, I don't think we've had our first goal. Is it a goal? I don't know, man. Oh, it's 0-0. Well, that's it's been chalked off, people. The one he's gone through. Still 0-0. What are they alleging happened? He's not offside. He's not offside. Are they saying the keeper was fouled? Can't quite make out why that one is disallowed, people. I'll be brutally honest with you. I don't actually know why that one's been disallowed. Why has that been disallowed? What the hell? They got Peter Walton in the studio somewhere to lie to us? All right, well, it's 0-0. I don't know why that's been disallowed. It didn't look like the keeper was fouled. Didn't look like he was offside. Didn't look like there's handball by any player in the build-up. I don't have a clue. Anyways, Qatar in possession here. They got a lifeline there, and they're advancing forward. Good tempo to the game. I'll give it that. I don't know why that was, again, offside. Shagged. Families got threatened. Money got sent to certain places. Shagged. This is going to be an all-timer World Cup. It's looking like so, hopefully. I think the referee just paid for it, just paid for a new mortgage on a house after that decision. Hope you are well. The opening ceremony was a shag. Raymond, shout out to you. And what do you mean? I'm baffled already. But yeah, man. Hopefully it means that this is going to be a good game. Ooh, dodgy touch by Inter Valencia. Qatar tried to play on ref. There's no advantage for Qatar there. That's a terrible call. When I said Qatar hit restart like FIFA. Yeah, literally. Exited the save. I mean, Ecuador just going to have to keep going. They've tried to play a ball in behind, did not work. And it's back here with Qatar. Once again, it's a good opening tempo. So hopefully there's more controversy. I did say I want controversy. I did say I want tears. So hopefully we're moving in that direction. Game just hasn't settled, though. Both teams really struggling to keep hold of it. Proper playground sort of game. Moses Caicedo plays it to his left back. Ball over the top. Into Enner Valencia, heads it down. Where's the fellow yellow shirts? And under no real pressure like that, the Qatari man has pulled it out of touch. They said don't lose. Chill. Defo match fixing. No clue. No clue how that's disallowed. I need to see what they actually have to say about that. Shagged. Throw into Ecuador on this right-hand side. It's a long throw into the box. And I mean, you got to keep doing that. The keeper's bookie. But then again, you are playing 12 players. So it all depends how you sort of score. Ball into the box by the Ecuadorians. It's still alive. Enner Valencia. Qatar half deal with it. But there's still an Ecuadorian onslaught. Very scrappy game, really. One wonders how sustainable this is. The number 10 of Ecuador's got a matching Benzema hand thing on it to his kit. Can't lie, the Ecuador kit's wavy. Make sure that kit goes on sale after the end of the tournament. I'm finna get that. Caicedo, the Brighton man. Ooh, is that a good pass? Again, under no real pressure. Like, the Qatari keeper's done some makeshift punch. And if you're Ecuadorian, just put it on the keeper. Oh, wow. Qatar number 10 failed to control what would look like a basic pass. Moses Caicedo, man on. He's destined for big things, respectfully, to Brighton. Yeah, life-changing money. I'm taking the peas as well. What do you mean? I don't blame him. Like I said, he's getting a new mortgage. Nice little holiday with the missus and the kids. Apologies, man. Watching it on TV, man. Their match-fixing rumors might have legs to it. I'm faking injury for a couple mil, bro. I'll get sent off for a couple thousand, bro. Fuck. $2,000, I'll get a red card, serve my ban, and get another red card. The game's the game. Free kick to Ecuador on this left-hand side. It's going to have to be a decent delivery. Smash the like button if you haven't, people. It's going to have to be a decent delivery to really do anything. Charge to the game, man. I can't hate on anyone trying to feed their fam, man, but it fully is script ball. The keeper's bookie. Ball into the box. Ecuador, can you make anything of that? No, Qatar deal with it. Lied. It's back here with Ecuador. Ecuador looked the slightly better of the teams in this opening 10 minutes, but truthfully is very scrappy. Oh, good little run down this right-hand side by Ecuador, and equally good defending by Qatar's number 3, who is Hassan. Pardon me, who's your team this World Cup? Brazil. Well, hopefully just Messi, innit? One of them, man, like Neymar, Messi have to win this, or where there's some Arsenal players. Long throw by Ecuador is still alive. Corner ref surely. Corner kick it will be to Ecuador. If that's allowed, then draft Tony and allow him to play some wages on every game. Trust. Southgate's hating. He knew Ivan Toney would secure generational wealth if you let him do his betting. What is your opinion about people saying we should boycott because of human rights? They pick and choose this human rights shit, don't they? I'm not saying, listen, my heart bleeds for anyone that things are happening to that don't need to, but people are hypocrites, especially the Western world. If that was it, you know, you would demand more ethics, better yet, from the likes of Apple and everyone that's got, myself included, who's got a cell phone. Pick and choose, and especially when their own backyards are not dealt with. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I just find it's very naive. Anyways, in swinging corner, referee stopped the game. He looks like he's giving a Qatari man and an Ecuadorian a Malvin too, probably because they're getting touchy-feely. Moses Caicedo's trying to stand on the goalie. Ref, he's allowed to stand there. He's doing it too bait, though. Hey, ref, don't be shouting at Dons like that, man. Ref, I hope you're watching the hands. In swinging corner, it's a good one. Oh, good defensive header by Qatar. Throw in to Ecuador. Very touchy-feely. Very big hypocrites. So I'm not saying don't boycott. I'm not saying don't raise awareness. But as I said, people pick and choose. If you did really care about human rights and things like that, you know, when you gave certain nations the World Cup, these alleged talking points were still there. That didn't stop you. It didn't stop you at all. Ethics and profit to these lot scale, just like in life, because football is a microcosm of life, they're always going to pick dollar over ethics and that. But at the end of the day, unfortunately, what can people do? Yeah, we can make noise and talk about the many injustices in every country, but what can we really do? What can the common man or woman really do? When you look at who actually runs the world and all of them sort of things, but we're going to sound like conspiracy theorists. Ecuador failing to pick a man, and they've given Qatar a throw-in. Appreciative to all of you that tuned in. More entertaining watching Barnet versus Wrexham. I don't know about that. This keeper's doing his best to entertain us. They're saying offside. Oh, it's a sheg. It's an offside in the build-up. Like the pre build-up. Like if you was on a date way even before cocktails, they've pulled VA off before you even ironed your jeans. It's crazy. Crazy. Qatar. Long ball forward. Meady. Can't put a name on it. I can't lie. This is extreme. Both teams really struggling to play quality passes. Fantastic tempo, but everything is just bugged. There's goals in this, man. Depending on what the people controlling this game evidently want to allow. Ecuador could be in here. Good defending by Qatar. And that should be a foul. And it is. This game needs a half volley finish. The West always talks about human rights when they are making the cost of living harder, putting the cost up of everything, but complain about others who don't even have money for basic meals. Exactly. Like there's England's factor as well, pardon my French, but there's parts of America that if you just watch certain documentaries, like respectfully, I don't like the first and third world countries and all of that jazz, but you would think this is somewhere that they put on adverts about donating money. It's crazy. Ecuador could be in here. They're in. Valencia has lost his footing. Surely that's a pen, ref. Referee, surely that's a penalty. The referee said, yeah, if you want things, you have to do things, and it is a pen. How much are they going to put in his money? How much are they going to put in his wallet now to somehow rescind that penalty? Enner Valencia, the man who scored and was disallowed a finish, has won it. The keeper's bugged, man. He's taking a touch around him. He's taking a swipe. He can't have any control. Where did they find this keeper, man? Where did they find this keeper? He's Bandulu. It's nowhere near it. Somehow this is going to get shagged. But a penalty to Enner Valencia, folks. Is it actually going to be allowed, though? Who knows? Come on, ref. The keeper was the kit man's cousin's uncle's brother. The keeper washes the kits, man. It's probably his team. Like, he does all the admin and that. Buys all the rounds after the game, man. There's no legit reason for you to be playing. At them rates, you might as well just pay someone to represent Qatar if he's on this. Enner Valencia, the captain, the number 13. Another chance for Ecuador to goal a goal up. Valencia, cool as you like. It is 1-0 now. And now they can celebrate. Tiny bit muted because of obviously what happened, but goal is a goal. 1-0 Ecuador, people. Qatar a goal down. The keepers look dodgy from set pieces, dodgy from catching, dodgy punching, everything bookie. Just everything you should do as a goalie, people. If you haven't hit the like button on YouTube, please do such. Twitch gang, appreciative for you following. Make sure you check your schedules because it's World Cup season. Watch alongs every day. VAR will say retake it. Yeah, Qatar kind of bad. They're not as bad as I thought, but they're kind of horrible. They're a bit more attacking than I thought, but it's the keeper, man. You can't rock up with a keeper like this. Shout out, Omar. You can't rock up with a keeper like this. It's not just the keeper to blame because it's a terrible defensive sequence, but the keeper's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Big up to him representing his nation and that. You know, not too many people, human beings, can say they've done that, but I'm sure this is not the account of things he would want to be given of himself and them thing there. They're not out of it, though. Good 3 points for Ecuador. Great way to start the tournament, really. This keeper reminds me of the Sporting one versus Marseille. In fact, he's moving better than that one. That one there was just doing mazzers. Qatar could hit back instantly here. It's a good one too, really. Or you got to dive there. You got to dive. You got to take a tumble. Has he won a corner? That's definitely not a corner. It might be nerves for the goalie. Well, the best way to cut, the goalie's been yellow carded for whatever reason as well. The best way to calm your nerves is to do the right things. Like, what's the worst that can happen? You make a mistake. Understand that in front of billions of people watching. I know that sounds callous, but yeah. Nah, I'm not on the goalie thing, bro. I'll get lobbed. But then again, I could move like Shay Given and that. It might be. Long ball forward, doesn't bang. Caicedo, Valencia, Ecuador again sustaining pressure. The Ecuadorians attacking down this right-hand side. Looks like that goal has actually calmed them down. And now you're actually seeing a team stringing 10 passes together. Ecuador on the front foot at this moment. They've got the goal. They've got possession. They're clearly a better team. Players playing at stronger levels for their club sides. And it's showing. Enner Valencia doing the Gabriel Jesus thing. He's here, there, and everywhere, to be honest with you. Other than me. Remember the Villarreal keeper against Liverpool, the champs last season? Horrible. Rinderson, Karras level. Them man are better than him. Karras is definitely better. I can't verify Rinderson, but I think he is. Good strength here by the Ecuadorian man. And he wins a free kick for his troubles. Further allowing them to get deeper and deeper into Qatar's half. That's 4 goals in 4 matches at a FIFA World Cup, allegedly, for Valencia. Hold on, Ecuador could be in here again. Oh, wow. Ref, slyly, that could be another pen. Slyly. Oh, it's offside. Even though it's offside, it's harder to miss. Keeper, nothing happened to you. You're lying, man. Is it that o'clock already? You got to fake being injured to save yourself further embarrassment. That's not off, ref. That's not off. That's a great move down the left-hand side with Ecuador. That's not off, ref. I don't think that would be a penalty on reflection to the goalie. He's actually been clattered. But yeah. Oh, I hope the keeper's all right. That angle is not kind. Oof. You could actually end up concussed like that as well. Like, I've seen that. That's crazy. Hope both men are good, but the keeper got, well, you know what? You got to be a crazy bastard to be a goalie in it, and stuff like that shows why. All goalies attacked, man. You got to be crazy. And that's probably the first thing he's done well, man. Been brave. Other than that, he's not really been good, but it's not all the keeper. Qatar back in possession. Play resumes, people. Paid all that money to show the world they can't play ball. It's all about Argentina. It's about Ecuador right now, and they're just prevented from being in here again. If you're Ecuadorian or you're part of the coaching staff, you want them to score 2, maybe 3, and just settle the game down. As long as it's 1-0, Qatar are not out of this. Good thing he plays on. Shout out Marcel, and you're right, the World Cup is here. And so is daily watch-alongs of such. 50 likes, people. We're half the way there. Let's keep going. Appreciative in advance. I've seen nothing from Qatar. They're a bit more attacking-centric than I thought. They're a lot more better on the ball than I thought in terms of technical quality. But other than that, see nothing. Nah, you're boying it. A Qatari man has just thrown it to an Ecuadorian player from a throw-in unprovoked. That is horrible. That is hot. Nah. You've got, it's not even that the shirts are similar. That is, and my man Ali had to make the foul. That is horrible. I don't believe it. Where'd they find these guys, man? There's got to be better players that are eligible to play for Qatar than this. First time I've seen Ali, and that's the first goal he's got. All lost minorities didn't just find England on the map and choose it because we fancied some. Yeah, exactly. When you pick up a history, but in many ways, the World Cup, as I say, it's a reflection of society because obviously you can play for whoever you want, but predominantly the favorites in these groups, you go and look at the history of half of these countries, there lies it, which celebrates on one hand the diversity of football, but then, yeah, history's sad, man. Ecuador, oh, that's not the best of balls into the box. It's still alive. Qatar have dealt with it, I guess, for now. They've tried to clear their lines. Straight back to Ecuador. Ecuador is, if it stays like this, Ecuador's goalkeeper, Galindez, is going to be the lowest rated player, purely because he's got nothing to do. And nothing to do. You know, this is the game to take your selfies, mate, and create the memories. Fully. I worry for some of these Qatari players. They look suspect and scared. Big emphasis on the scared and suspect. 58% of the ball has been with Ecuador. Ecuador is better, like. And they're not respectfully the best of nations, but like there's a class above. You can see players that understand football better, that are just simply better technically, players that play at a higher level. Well, yeah. Ecuador, oh, wow. Ecuador's only enemy at this moment in time is themselves. You know, that player wanted more surface area and ran the ball completely out of play. Qatar. Keeper's gone long, but he's half sliced it. How long before you lot lose it again? Well, there you have it. Pardon me. Oh, that's a foul, ref. England around watch along tomorrow. Yep. I think we kick off at 1. So I'll be live at like 12:30, 12:45. Yep. Yes, buddy. Moses Calcedo of Brighton. Oh, no. In fact, the referees took it back. Qatar take their free kick and normal play resumes. 24 minutes in, it is 1-0 to Ecuador against Qatar, people, courtesy of an Enna Valencia penalty. Arguably should be 2-0, but the first goal is ruled out because of offside. Not for Valencia, for a teammate, which looks dubious in itself. Nonetheless, play continues, folks. Qatar. Quality in this game is poor. It's true, but what was we really expecting? Really and truly. Anyone who's expecting a lot more really is doing it to themselves at this point. And wow, terrible defending by Qatar, but they've got out of jail there. Oh, that's a yellow card, ref. I can't lie. World Cup groups. Who else is in these lots group? Because respectfully to Ecuador, if there's better nations, it could get ugly still. Holland should be making mincemeat of these lot. To be fair, the plan for Qatar should be to win, try and win a game, but try to score a goal at this point. Chill. Holland in this group, Senegal in this group, no Mane though, so that should give you some confidence. Ecuador in possession. Just as I said that, their pocket's been picked. Qatar, but for how long? Just not very long. Like, just can't hold on to the ball. Looking forward to Group G, which is Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, Cameroon. Everyone's got a bit of everything in there. Qatar having some defending to do down their left as Ecuador attack their right. Could be in here. No, wanted too many touches. This is horrible, man. Supporters can't even get drunk in the stadium to relieve the pain of watching this rubbish. Nah. Just juiced in. Qatar in possession, folks. Long ball forward. Is this going to make it? Nope. Terrible header by the Ecuadorian defender, though. And the only thing at this point that could kill Ecuador is complacency. As they're still in possession. Long ball over the top. Is that going to find its man? Nope. It's not the best of games. It's a throw-in on that as well. Ecuador. Ain't Ecuador got the equator in it as well? I think Ecuador's got a... There's definitely some record Ecuador holds for something to do with the planet Earth. The equator or something, man. I'm sure I listened to that in science once. One of the only science lessons I was listening to. Completely off topic, but the game's not really the best of games. I actually think I'm so sure it's got something. Colombia and Peru build, is it? Yeah, that's great, but that's not what I'm here for. Spanish is the official language of Colombia. Further colonialism. There's definitely something, man. I don't know what it is. That's a good history project for myself. There's definitely something on it. Ecuador still in possession, folks. Oh, the equator line. That's it. Something like that. There you have it. Ecuador could be in here. No, they can't. Yeah, they can because Qatar giving it straight back. Movie settings from Ecuador's number 10. He's not DG, so it's in the stands. Shout out, Miss Melina. Hope you're on the recovery. A lot of brown envelopes being dished out if Ecuador lose. I hear that. But I'd say, yeah, 100%. Because at this point, it's blatant match fixing. Like Qatar are very terrible at football. It's horrible. Not very good. Ref, that's not a yellow. Come on, ref. Maybe that's the new hustle angle. Let's bet on how many yellow cards there is. Probably given a yellow because the guy's moaned. I mean, he's late, but come on, yellow card for what's probably his first tackle. Come on. Surely the future qualifying rules have to change after this diabolical. I hear that, but then again, it starts getting a bit snooty and elitist. Like, even the most terribles of country at this World Cup, if they've qualified fairly, they deserve it. There should never be barriers put at place just to disadvantage the less good nations when it comes to football, just because we want to see a more quality product. Of course, I want to see a more quality product, but it's not what the World Cup's about, man. For some countries, like even Qatar, respectfully, just being here is the W sort of thing. But yeah, games like this is crazy. Can't lie, I think Ecuador know Qatar are robbed. So saving energy, probably. But But still, man, put the game to bed. If I'm the striker, if I'm Enner Valencia, you got to do what Harry Kane did last World Cup. You score against these kind of sides, before you know it, yeah, he won the Golden Boot. Trying to get a couple, you might not score again. Probably trying to conserve legs, you know. You look at it, Senegal's definitely going to be a tough game. Holland's the game that probably all the other 3 countries that are not Holland in this group feared. If you can get something off, you know, if for Ecuador, if they got 4 points off Holland and Qatar and done a thing in the next one, they put themselves in a good situation, man. You know, and going back to them other comments, obviously France, England, they'd still be all right if they, you know, if players that are of migrant descent didn't play for them. But if you start to strip things further back, who's to say the bigger countries would be that any good and should qualify on that? It's not fair, man. We can't run that. If you're here, obviously you get to qualify for free if you host the tournament. But if you've qualified, it's your business. There's nothing you can do if the you know, Qatar obviously got here automatically, but if they've got here because the other countries are not quite good enough, that's not their business. Moses Caicedo, very good defensively, quite poor progressively in midfield, and shown why. But Ecuador still have it. That's a good knock into the box. That should be 2. It is 2. Enner Valencia, blink and you miss it. He's got a second goal. We've also got to have muted celebrations because you never know. Glancing header. As I told you, this is how you end up with the golden boot. That was a good header. I mean, you have to give Moses Caicedo initial credit. He's advanced forward with the ball. It's initially broke down. It's a peach of a delivery from his teammate. And it's a lovely glancing header. Ecuador 2, Qatar 0. And it could get ugly still. It could get very ugly. But this is the levels. Brace for Valencia. 4 goals from him and he could secure it. But hey, it's a very good header. Moses Caicedo played it back to his man. Oh, I mean, VAR might get involved. I think it's just on. But, you know, an armpit could be offside. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to stand. And if it does stand, then I don't think the first one should. I think he might get shagged for that one. What a day Valencia's had, man. What a day Valencia's had. If that doesn't get thingied, then I don't know. Oh, raw. So how's that stood? But as I always say, if you try and rationalize their decisions and try and make sense of it, you're just going to give yourself a headache. I'm not going to give myself a headache on this fine Sunday with you lot, man. I'd be bloody livid if I was Ecuador because all you want from the ref is consistency. But I don't know. But it's 2-0. To be fair, every time Qatar have conceded, they've tried to hit back. He's onside guy at the top flank, keeping him on. Fair enough. You know, DG's got his big up S in the VAR room. Fair enough, fella. Goal difference is important for Ecuador. Is that, again, scumbag some goals? Respectfully to Qatar, like, if I'm Ecuador, I do think there's an element of complacency. Like Top Blue was saying, they kind of know they're winning this, innit? Like, they're kind of probably enjoying it a bit too much, but you score 3-4. Boy, this was probably, respectfully, all the 3 teams in this group, apart from Qatar, they probably all factored getting out of this group around, like, Qatar is the country we must get 3 points from. It'd be nice to see Qatar win it because in the country and that, it's a good night out. But pardon me, Holland probably beat everybody. Senegal, I think they can get at least 4 points. You know, you'd imagine anything can happen, but you'd imagine Holland on top. Ecuador versus Senegal, I can't call it. I might even give it to Ecuador now that there's no Mane. Obviously, Senegal still got quality players. Signed Valencia and Jan DG. No. Bro, Woozy is crazy. It's a very good header. But I don't know, man. It ain't making no sense. And then on another day, the 2 goals that have had VAR involved them, one obviously keeping the goal and one not keeping, and one letting a goal go. That will happen tomorrow or something, and neither goal will be given. Crazy. Ecuador could be in here again. Oh, you needed to hit it, lad. Qatar live to fight another day. Oh, is it gonna? You lot have teammates. It's not. I promise you, Qatar. It's not a problem if you pass to your fellow teammates. The guys in Burgundy. It's ridiculous. You can't drink alcohol in the stadium. What's your opinion about that, DG? Well, I mean, anyone that's gonna cry about not being able to drink for 2-3 hours is a nitty. But and I hope you get help. But it's not really that, is it? Because if you can afford box seats and 19 grand fines, they are it. Like, people in the boxes are probably drinking alcohol as we speak, so it's a bit elitist. It's one rule for one, another rule for others. And you would have thought from obviously, if it's prohibited in Qatar, being a Muslim country, then you've got to listen to the rules. But it doesn't matter if you're Christian, Muslim, whatever religion of any country. When you're making the monies like these, that are morals and money are two different things, and they always elect for money. You would have thought alcohol would have been a big money maker, not that the Qatari, Qatar's a rich nation, not that it needs it like that. Yeah, man, you're nitty. Like, you're actually a nitty. That if the Qataris say cool off with the alcohol at the stadiums, because apparently they've 10 minutes until halftime, they've relaxed their approach on alcohol generally, anyways. So I do think you can drink alcohol. Oh, ref, he might get a red. Oh, that's a terrible tackle on Valencia from Kareem. Yeah, but as I was saying, that's a terrible one. But yeah, if you can't cool off for 2-3 hours or do your pre-drink thing and whatnot, and you're crying, you're a nitty, man. And you need help. It's not even funny. I hope you get help. Like, if you can't calm down, I know drinking and football is lit, but if you can't just watch a game of football, there's something wrong with you, man. Someone in this group is getting top goal scorer off the back of their game against Qatar. It's looking like such. Mods, please make sure we're doing our thing, staying on task in the chat, both across YouTube and Twitch. More so YouTube, because you get weirdos and spammers and the rest of it. The Qatar, chill. And that's the thing. Obviously, you need to be, if you're hosting a World Cup, which has, essentially, if you look at the country, you're having guests in your house. You have to be accommodating to your guests and things. I remember sometimes when guests would come around my mum's house, and my mum would offer some things that I would never, certain foods that I don't get. Like, bro, there's money for that. There's that. You bought that. Bro, when it's just me, I don't get that. So you have to be able to do a bit of that in it, but at the same time, your rules. If you can't adhere to them rules, it is what it is. And I do think personally, more so, obviously, as someone living in England, it's not just an English thing, but I think too many times British nationals want to go to other countries, especially other European countries, are isolated from this, typically what you see in the World Cup, and do nonsense that you would do here. Because same time, if you're going into someone's house, which another country is, you should be on your best behavior, man. It's crazy. And Valencia to get that West Ham move after this. This is painful to watch. The man could make an 11 aside better than Qatar. Probably. But it is where it is, man. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't trying to watch too many Qatar matches in the World Cup, but who knows? Ecuadorian free kick amounts to nothing. The keeper Shoni can catch. Sad, is it? SAAD. How befitting. I'm sure a lot of Qatarian players are sad. The Qataris are in possession. Here they are with Hassan. To be fair, it's only 2-0, man. Someone in the Qatari team has to be screaming 0-0. You get one, it makes it a nervous one. Qatar in possession. They got a striker. All my life, I ain't seen him in this game too much. The Ali. Can Qatar make something happen? Oh, wow. Forget about it, people. There's no point. They've lost possession. Ecuador. Wow, number 10's trying to rip, guys. Moses Calcedo. I can't lie. Edna Valencia makes some very good runs, or is making some good runs in this game. Look, here he is in the left-hand channel. The pass to him wasn't the best, and he sly bottled it. And to be fair, the Qatarian right-back's done well. He's gone Tom Daly. He's looking for that. It's good play from the defender. He's cut across Valencia and hit the neck immediately. What the hell? If our manager, it's a route one TIG now. Wrongers could probably beat Qatar. Not if we play like how we played today. We can't. 4-2 L's still is what it is. Ref was diabolical, but ref's no excuse. Lost against my favorite team, Oakwood, unfortunately, man. Credit to them. They won the game, done a double over us. Probably, in my opinion, win the league again. But is what it is. The ref's different. The ref was, I can't lie, I was giving verbals. Like, you look familiar. I was thinking, what is he remembering the deluded thing or whatnot? It's calm. Still gonna do this. Can I say they have Brighton, Man City, of Sunday League. Crazy. The Qatar fans are still doing up noise though. Someone's waving and it's the. You're gonna need all. The players gonna need all of that. All of that. 5 minutes until half time. Can't be probably about 3 minutes of added on time. World Cup group stage is so boring. Boy. We've seen 2 goals in the first half, though. I don't think we're always going to see that. No weed, no beer, no weed. Where's the difference? Guarantee the coke is flying about the terraces, though. 100%. Not even the terraces, boardrooms. And that goes for any tournament in any country. The Fat Cat, there's one rule for one. Well, in one of the boxes somewhere, someone's probably got the most alcohol, the most narcotics. Qatar on the counter-attack here. It's 2 against 10. Just before I even get the sentence out of my mouth, things change. And Ecuador in possession. Oh, shout out Qatar. They're trying to end the first half strong. That's a ball, but that first touch is horrible. Horrible. Lukaku, even Lukaku would frown at that. Goal kick to Ecuador. Pardon me. 100% commentary curse. Yeah, number 11 looks like he's on ball, but needy. And a Valencia with a cool finish from the penalty spot and a very good header. Like Top Blue said, that is a world-class header, man. The movement, caresses it as well. And he sends the Ecuadorian supporters into ecstasy. They're seeing their country win their first group stage game. Number 14 and 11 are okay. Hassan's in the trenches. I don't think he's bad. But still. Where are these players playing as well? World Cup. It'd be interesting to see the level. What team does number 11 play? Is it 11? Yeah. Well, he's 26 and he plays in Qatar. Fair enough. 26 years of age. It's the number 11. Where's the number 19 play? In Qatar as well. Originally from Sudan. Pardon me. Wonder what the highest division you play in Qatar. You play in Qatar. Valencia's down. Not the first kick he's taken. You play in Middle East as well. Miguel, who is their number, I'll see it in a sec, but he's actually from Portugal, technically. How's he eligible? Must have been there long. Valencia is down for Ecuador, people. So, yeah, Miguel, number 2, is from Portugal. Boy, looking like that's the end for Valencia. You're right. Captain, it might be 2 and done. I'm sure he doesn't want to come off. He's been getting clattered, really. Injuries are going to be at an all-time high this tournament. I don't think it's fair to say South American fans don't care about human rights. It's a massive, slogan to throw into anyone. Massive claims. I don't know about any of that. Shout out, Paul. I'm blessed, bro. If I can go without my Skittles, they can go without their beer. I ain't had Skittles in a minute. I don't like the red packet, though, man. It's all about the sour one. I'm feeling Argentina for this World Cup. Messi last stand. Same. Neymar, Messi, or someone from Arsenal has to win this, man. Qatar in possession. Finding themselves 2-0 down. The number 11's in possession here. I ain't watched FIFA uncensored yet. Still 2-0. Probably the strongest period from Qatar. Longest I've seen them hold on to the ball. It's here with their right back. Go to the commentator. Enough said. It's gone. And Ecuador back here in possession. Throw into Ecuador. You know this on the ground, man. Was looking forward to seeing some different players and learning about new players, but this is a major mismatch. Yeah. And respectfully, you know, Ecuador are far from the favourites. This might even be complimenting Ecuador, potentially, because of the obvious class and better yet, levels between these two teams. It's horrible, man. 5 minutes of added on time, people. Probably about right with all the stoppages. Ecuador, oh, come on, ref. That is soft. Ref's giving away some soft fouls, man. Flipping hell, ref, man. Ecuador. I mean, ref, you're letting them, well, fair enough, Qatar can take it quickly if they want, but they've still got a man down and taking a free kick. They've still got the ball, but come on, ref. What are we doing? You can't have both. Wait. Still 2-0 to the Ecuadorians. Qatar in possession. What a low mid-off. You lot are not too impressed. Yeah, I'm going to have to get coffee at halftime. I could eat this Sunday. I could easily fall asleep. I'm lying, man. All right, I'm going to get that coffee, though. Qatar in possession is a mid-off, below mid-off. Not even just a mid-off. Like, Ecuador don't have a challenge. That keeper is never going to play an easier game for his country. Like I said, the Ecuadorian keeper, this is your game to get all your selfies and capture the moment, man. You ain't had nothing to do. What, 2-2 goal kicks and that? You ain't had nothing to do. Absolute meaty game. Qatar in possession. Why didn't they play like this from the start? Rather do work than watch this. If you fall asleep during any game, it's Pete DG. I believe in you. There's been some times. Where's my sunglasses, man? No. Brandy, cool off, man. I've had a lot of alcohol in the last 24 hours. No. I don't need that. What games we talking? Prem games? Can't remember give you any games off the top of my head, but there's definitely been some. I ain't gonna lie. When we're doing watch-alongs for AFCON, half of them games. Probably the final as well. To be fair, anything Spurs have played in and I've done a watch-along recently. Majority of games under Una Embre when it was kind of turning downhill. Ecuador playing nonsense passes. They're probably a bit too complacent now. Chelsea, Palmeiras, tired. Yeah, the balls were popping off the pitch, but that was horrible, man. I was falling asleep. Like, that was actually a horrible standard of football. Respectfully, shout out to Motherland and that, boy. It was horrible. Every game was horrible. Like, final was horrible. Everything was horrible. Can Ecuador get another goal before the end of the half? Maybe they could be in here. No, they can't. Good defending by Qatar. One of the most boring games. Bro, El Nene was looking better than Salah, man. It was me. The final was tired. Number 14 trying to go inside to receive and make things happen, but everyone else isn't on the wavelength. As my Irish Don says, hair of the dog. Big up the Irish, but what? That better not be a madness. Oh. Fair enough. England, Iran / USA, Senegal tomorrow. Yeah, we're watching all of them. Watching all of them. Worst ever World Cup start. Yeah, it's not quite South Africa where my man, what was his name? He's got a banger. Qatar could be in here. Please let it be true. That's a ball, you know. Oi, your shit. Sorry for the language. You this Ali brother, your shit. You showed me enough. I've never seen you play apart from that. Should have been 2-1. Fantastic cross from the right-hand side. Needs to score that. Good play from Qatar. The only thing they've done well this whole half so far. It's a good delivery. It is coming at him fast, but one of the more quality strikers in the competition do a lot more. And it's like he didn't want to head it, and it slapped his face. I don't know why he's looking up and going, no, it wasn't that thing. Is that half time? Praise the Lord. Is that half time? All right, they got a guy that looks like number 20 for Ecuador, looks like Kodak Black. That. And Valencia doing pre-team talks, and they're all walking in with him. Number 13, Capitano. I told you he's doing drillings today, man. Everyone that wears number 13, not the goalies, because they shouldn't be wearing that, wavy. Boy. Nothing of any real note. What we reflected in that yawn, people. It's the worst sort of game to see on a Sunday afternoon. But this could be sleep squad. Before I used to do watch alongs, 100% I would have fell asleep in the match night. Boy. Peter Drury apparently said, go for Ecuador, go for all nations, all people, all faiths, all sexuality, all classes. Boy. What a horrible game. Horrible game. Play FM instead of watching this game. I can play it simultaneously. Wait, what the hell? All right, fair enough. He's Welsh, but like, and Welsh are obviously Wales are in the tournament. But what the hell is Ashley Williams doing here? Shout out to you getting a BBC gig, but bloody hell, what are you doing here? You shouldn't be here. Play it simultaneously. I hear that. You won't be able to see it though. But I hear that. Qatar are woeful. Yeah, Alex Scott's a wonderful lady, man. And a very good pundit. What's that snap? Which nation gets the most moves in Jan off this World Cup? The Valencia stock just rose. I don't know, man. Because if there is some dark horses like Denmark, couple players at Denmark that aren't doing other things will probably get moves. Splash the cash Qatar and it will be 2-2 and you can breathe. The Qatar coaches need to remind these boys this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance, so at least try and play ball. Facts. Can't disagree with that. 80 likes, people, 20 more, and then we've obviously hit our target. Make sure you've done such. If I don't get this coffee, I'm going to fall asleep, people. So what we're going to do, let me spin this, get this coffee. I'll be back in a few moments, people.
Against this right back, Charlie, definitely.
What a terrible game of football, my word. That was horrible. So horrible. That was horrible. But yeah, big up you lot tuned in, people. That was horrible. Mods, please make sure you're staying on task. Well in, mods. Qatar with 100% pass completion. Bloody hell. I still think they're stunned and overwhelmed and shit. Qatar goalkeeper. Oh, chill, please, with them comments there. You're moving mad. Please. Less of the ignorance, please. What kind of team expects centre-backs to dribble through 4 players before passing to midfield? It's moments like that which Qatar need. Wolverhampton jersey. What are you talking about? Bayern Munich, no. Super Bayern. Of course I'm living off that. Some people have never did it. History is there. When Rooney's bicycle kick against City keeps getting spanned, Ronaldo's free kick against Portsmouth, Giroud's madness, bro, 100%. And that's the only drilling that's been recorded. I've scored better finishes. Not that I'm a frequent goal scorer, but my favourite one's dancing past 5 players and smashing it from the right wing with my left peg. Crazy. Shout out Barnett Salsa, man. They'll treat me like a cow. And a Valencia throwback. Boy, he's the top goal scorer in the World Cup right now. Who said that? Forcing the pause thing. That's not a why. That's not a pause. Man said drilling. Don's like, you don't do drillings. If you force it like that, you don't know what drilling is. Maybe if I look at your internet history, like, man. That was dead, man. Forcing. The man there hiding insecurities, and we're all inclusive platform. So it's all good. You can do what you want here. Doesn't affect me. Big up you lot for tuning in. If you haven't hit the like button on YouTube, please make sure you're doing such, people. Boys, Ecuador 2 goals up. Most important talk, most biggest talking points is VAR has been the best defender from Qatar, really. Should be free. Respectfully to Qatar, not of the required level. Again, it's about all they could do is just try to have a tournament to remember, enjoy the moments, not of the required level. You know, only about 2 players from the Qatarian starting 11 look like they can play football. I would personally say really number only 11. To be fair to Miguel, I would say 2 and 11. So that's Miguel and Asif. Forgive me for mispronunciation. The rest, not on this keeper, rubbish. But it's not just the keeper. Like, defensively, it's crazy. This 19 is meaty. I clocked it from minute 6. Big up to you for actually analysing the game a lot. A lot of guys on YouTube think that a watch along is just about doing a live Q&A and waiting for the goals to react. Appreciate that, my guy, you know, but it's an all-inclusive platform, an interactive platform. But I like to watch the game. And, you know, once upon a time, one of you lot said, why not come together, innit? Like, actually got to watch the game. That's why we're here fundamentally, just watching it together. Shout out to you lot, man, because it's the World Cup. And I'm well aware of a lot of you are in the United Kingdom, but human beings in America, obviously, let's activate somewhere. He's in Canada. There's somewhat, you know, I got a lot of Australian supporters. I know someone from Aussie and them sides about a couple Caribbean and African nations are lurking about as well. And anyone else, don't feel left out, man. Yeah, man. ITV player really just cut the commentators to play 5 News. Can't blame them. What is there to say? What is there to say? England are in training. Yeah, I'm not really confident in England. I already plead the excuses. Might be being a conspiracy theorist, but like they uploading too many videos and players keep going, oh, it's hot, man. You know, no shit, Sherlock, you know. If I go to Iceland in my socks and shorts, like, and I scream it's cold, well, like, what's going on? You know, it's Dubai is not the Arctic Circle. Like, obviously, it probably favors African countries, Middle Eastern countries, South American countries, but man, been knowing this. I just think we're due a rugby campaign. Obviously, we got semi-finals of the World Cup last time. Somehow got to the finals of the Euro and took the lead. Due a bummy tournament, man. Due a bummy tournament. But when you look at the names on paper, not that football's one on paper, England should have confidence, really. And in terms of the manager and some of these players, some of them have been to a couple tournaments now. So yeah, man. And on paper, we got a decent squad that could take on the best of them. Obviously, you got the Germans, the Croatians, the Brazilians, the French. You know, obviously, I always think Croatians live, and I think Croatia always get to the last stages. But you got Croatia, the Croatians, the French, the Spanish. Regardless of if Spain are the top dogs right now, the Germans, the Dutch look good. Probably missing out a couple. The Argentinians. Pardon me, you know, they've got quality players littered around, but they got the best player ever, Lionel Messi. Should be aspiring for the semi-finals. I don't know if we're going to get out of the group, man, because, well, we should. With a win, draw, loss, you should be able to get out of the group. But I honestly think that's what England are going to do. Draw America, beat Iran, lose to Wales. Want to be wrong, of course. Saka's there and that, and Ben White and Ramsdale. But it just is going to be booked, man. Gary Lineker is so cringe and bitter. What's he saying? Bro, and again, like, no matter how much they criticize Qatar or whatever, not that I'm saying things that are happening there allegedly are not good, but some of you are happy to rock up and work for the TV stations that are offering you. If you felt that good about it, what would you do? And you're all puppets. Because some of the nations that some of the companies you work for are anything but ethical. Start at home. Before you go mouthing off and all that malarkey. Personally, but what do I know, man? I'm just a football fan. It's agendas, man. Shout out Gary Nev, though. I do like how he speaks about, not man, I say Gary Nev, Gary Lineker, because he does not, on one hand, you shouldn't be praised for speaking about what's wrong, but I would say he's a breath of fresh air at times because he's not afraid to catch heat for certain things. Me, I'm just doing some scouting on Football Manager slightly. But yeah, man. DG Ecuador going to win 4-1. Well, if they don't score a couple more, if I'm Valencia, boy, you could probably get a double hat-trick today. If you don't get a hat-trick today, you're never going to have a better chance of getting a hat-trick at a World Cup. That's a dream for anyone, much less a striker. Much less a striker who this could be his last tournament, much less the captain in your first game as well. You could do a lot worse than that. So we'll have to see what he's on. But you'd back Ecuador to score a couple, but they just look like Top Blue said, they look like they know they've won, innit? Anyone that's played Sunday League, you know when you play a team, you know you're going to be in it. And it kind of, there's a bit of complacency, which is scary and shouldn't be there. But they just know they're better than them, like, if that makes sense. They just know they're going to rock up here and do what they're doing. So, yeah. Boy, morality is only truly relevant when it suits you. That's how we all move. Yeah. Hey, DG, got a bounce, got some things I got to handle. Have a great stream. Appreciate you, human being. DG, slap a bet on the England game. Nah. Qatar going to help Valencia stat pad to become a World Cup top scorer. DG, we could run the pro club streams. I ain't got no one part of my pro clubs yet. Didn't Bex get onto the World Cup but except to be in the face of it? Exactly. Unpopular opinion, but I've got Germany winning. I don't think that could be unpopular though, man. Germany should be considered like up there. Don't think that's a mad shout. Not saying you're saying it's a mad shout, but should it really be a controversial one? Shouldn't be a madness. Really like that. England will flop. Squad is overrated and Southgate plays negative football. What you saying? England getting rabbed out by Tyler Adams in the USA? I hope not, because I've been talking a lot of crud. That's the one game I don't want them to lose. But with England, anything's possible. Literally. Second half is soon upon us, people. Ecuador are coming out now. Qatar on the pitch. Ready already. Which it's a blessing or a curse, but it's still 2-0 to Ecuador. Looks like Elise chose France. Would he have got into the French or the England sides? But he does play for France at youth level, so it makes sense. Just got back from work. What's the game saying? Qatar terrible. Valencia having fun, but not that Valencia are doing anything amazing. I mean, Ecuador. Valencia's got 2. Shout out 4-4-2 Arsenal. What you'd expect? Qatar a better team than I thought, technically, but technically not good enough. Find themselves 2-0 down in their opening group stage game. Who knows, man? Maybe things change. Ecuador to kick off this second half, folks. Anytime now and at the ref's discretion. When you ready, ref? There we have it, people. Second half is kicked off. Let's go. Yeah, I think Elise does have Algerian roots. 4 World Cup wins for Germany. There's heritage in the knockout rounds. I mean, you can't discard them. You care to lose to America more than Wales. I mean, if you lose to Wales, not that deep. I can't take England losing personally because I've been talking crud on YouTube, mate. That's why they can't lose that game. That's the only reason. 89 likes. People were flirting with 100. The Ecuadorian goalkeeper, again, going to be the lowest rated player on the pitch because he has had nothing to do, man. He must have had about 5 touches. Qatar in possession. 1 goal changes things, but they have to get early. Good play by Ecuador here to get themselves out of a tight situation. I said that they've had their pocket picked. Qatar keeping sustained pressure. They've started the second half really well. They've come out firing in this first opening minute, literally. If England lose to the soccer merchants, I'm out of this country. Hey. Supporting England with a Bayern Munich top one, that makes 0% sense. One's a club, one's a country, mate. I hear it though. He thought he did something. And he told you I support the man. Them that they end the Arsenal players support. If England win the World Cup, great. Saka. If they don't, I don't give a monkeys. But I'll be happier to see Brazil and Messi and French and that. I don't give a flying monkeys. Absolute monkeys, mate. If we win, it's coming home and we join the banks and that. If we lose, it gives them monkeys, mate. Qatar in possession. Ben White will be England's man of the tournament, I'll call it, if he can get off the bench and play. I hope he plays, but I suspect at this moment in time that it's going to be a bit like his participation in the Euros. Qatar in possession. No foul, ref. Oh, ref, you're acting. That is not a foul. Soft foul to give against Kodak Black, a.k.a. Mendes. According to this comment. What if I was wearing a Dortmund shirt? Last time I checked, there's a midfielder that's likely to start for England in that. Just to question your logic. It's the second half started time ago, 48 minutes on the clock, basically. Where you been? You fell asleep? You'd be forgiven for falling asleep. It's probably the game you ain't going to miss nothing. Qatar in possession. In their own half, though. Knocking it about a bit better. It's a good switch of play. Nah, I spoke too soon. It's gone out of play, but from a Qatar perspective, you never saw that in the first half at all. Ten Hag looking like as their gaffer as well. Goal kick to Ecuador. 2-0 should be enough, but you never know in this life. You never know. Qatar looking to have to do some defending now. Ecuador looking to get forward. They've dealt with it. Ecuador probably going to chill now. They don't need to force the issue. They'll probably take advantage and try and get a third when there is an opportunity, but there's no need to force it. Qatar in possession. DG looking like he's going to fall asleep any minute. Hey, man, you might be right, my dude. That's why we got the coffee, mate. Great sub. I just don't think that Qatar got the juice, man. Just saying got the juice, bro. The juice is not there. The ability is not there. The tactics ain't there. It's just not there. It's just not there, man. Like, it's just try and have a tournament to remember, innit? Because respectfully, Ecuador are a team that a lot of what we're saying about Qatar today, like against a better team, you need to be taking 3 points against Ecuador. And Ecuador look a class above it. It's like Bayern Munich against Stockport. Long ball forward for Qatar, and make sure you score a goal in this tournament, man. Your fans would want to see that. Oh, that ball should have been played to the left-hand channel a while ago. That's great play from Ecuador, though. It was delayed, but it was worth it. Can they get the third? Can they get the third? Not with passes like that. Move breaks down. Hassan of Ecuador reads it quite well. Gives it straight back to an Ecuadorian man. It'll be a throw-in. Cannot wait to watch a competitive match of this tournament. How's Caicedo doing this? He was involved technically in the second. Like, he tried to advance forward. His final end product in the final third was initially denied. He played it to the man who crossed the ball, but this ain't really a good test. He just done his job, man. Good little player, man. Keeps it ticking, wins the ball back, but there's a golf in class. Like I said, this ain't really... You can only play who you're drawing in it, but I wouldn't say this is one to be waxing lyrical about Moses Caicedo or anyone. If anything, Valencia, just because of the movement. Good headed goal. And then VAR in that. But it's more about how poor Qatar are. Speaking of how poor Qatar is, they've given the ball again away to Ecuador cheaply. Or too much on that. Good defending by Qatar. I say that, have I spoke too soon? Obviously I have. Caicedo, the man in question, has played a square pass to his fellow teammate. Presido, he saw nosebleed. He saw his name in lights. He saw Bumby, look up on TV. I scored a banger. What goes up must come down apart from that football. That's probably stuck on the roof now of some nearby school or something to the stadium. That was horrible. Qatar in possession. 91 likes, people. 9 more likes and we've hit 100. Come on, for one final push. Twitch ones. YouTube one's better yet. If you're on Twitch, get over there. Not even sure what Qatar's game plan is. And you tell me, find out. It's pass the football. Have fun. Have fun, lads. Horrible match. Offside flag given. What's good, Deluded? You enjoying the game? I'm enjoying being with you lot. I wouldn't say this is what I call football enjoyment. It's a lot closer than Qatar are a lot better than I thought. And they're still not quite good enough. Yeah, really not good enough. I mean, mathematically, they could lose this and win the next 2 games and dynamics and talking points can shift, but can't see you beating the Dutch. Well, if there's no advantage for Ecuador here. Ball in, can it be free? Evaded 2 Ecuadorians. Throw in to Qatar, folks. It's all mad right now. Qatar man still moving a bit gingerly. $53 minutes and 40 seconds. Crazy. certain man slandering me. He ain't moving gingerly, just wants out. Maybe that too as well. Pressing the panic alarm. Qatar. I can't lie. My team, Mexico, is going to get turned over by Poland. Is peak this week. Pedro, don't write yourselves off, man. Pedro, man. Mexico, Poland, in my opinion, is very even. Obviously, I know you're thinking of Robert Lewandowski, but yeah, man. Qatar puffing already. See him off Ecuador now. Don't rule yourselves out, man. I would have a bit more faith. I can't tell you how to feel as a Mexican, but yeah, man, you should feel you could do something in that game. Wow, you got Martino as your gaffer. Who you got in your team? Pardon me. Oh, Ecuador could be in here. Sorry, folks. Good. Oh, raw, the keeper saved. My word. The best in the world. The Qatar keeper made a save. At least you got a little highlight. Enner Valencia is looking like Gabriel Jesus, Lacazette, R9, everything in this game. He's here, there, and everywhere. Trying to nutmeg Dons and also he's looking messed, probably feeling messed as well. You got Lozano. Can't lie, I don't know too many of the other players, but nah, man, there's a couple guys in this team. You should think you could do a thing. What's Poland's team? But Zielinski, I'm not gonna lie. Zielinski, Szczesny, Lewandowski. Where's the World Cup squad? Oh, to be fair, you lot's group's a bit mad, isn't it? Saudi, Poland, Mexico, Argentina. To be fair, Argentina obviously are doing their thing. It's even, in my opinion. Asif fouled for Qatar. Yellow card for Kodak Black Mendes. Raw, Christian Bielik's in the World Cup squad. Shout out to you, man. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, they got the Roma lad. Matty Cash is there. I ain't gonna lie. Milik. I ain't gonna lie. Poland got ballers, man. But it's not a foregone conclusion. What do you mean? He's playing like Lacazette, bro. Running around and doing all that false nine stuff. No sneaking in Lacazette. Doing all of that. That's all Lacazette used to get praised for at Arsenal. Not even scoring goals. He's just running around. He's a bit different because he's actually able to get into the opposition's box and actually get up and have the energy levels to score a header. He's forgotten who the goalkeeper of Poland is. Nah, Szczesny. Szczesny's got Bandulu moments. Mourinho is on to the Roma Don. Yeah, he turned pagan. Not only the manager is ish, but he didn't even bring the good players, and we lost our best players as well for injury. It's all mad. I mean, Qatar have been better in the second half, folks, but being better is not good enough. Ecuador, if they don't get a clean sheet, the keeper should be livid, because if you don't get a clean sheet today, you're not going to get a clean sheet in the whole World Cup. 33 minutes left of this, people. It's only got to get better after this. 12:45, we go live for England, Iran, and you know what is actually on tomorrow because we're watching with them. We got England, Iran, we got Senegal, Netherlands at 4, and then we got America, Wales. Fair enough, 3 live streams tomorrow. Tuesday, there should be 4. 10 o'clock, Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Denmark, Tunisia. Oh, I might skip Denmark, Tunisia. I'm not going to get Mexico, Poland. I'll watch that. France, Australia. I'll watch that. Wednesday. Yeah, we can watch all of them. A couple of them look bandili, man. Deschamps said he'd rather have no striker than Lacazette and Martial. Boy, majority of the games. If you're on Twitch, make sure you're checking the schedules, man. I'll only miss 3 group stage games. I always thought Argentina or Brazil would win the World Cup, but since Martinez didn't come to the carpet, Argentina can go somewhere. Hey, I don't mind, man. Messi needs that. End them debates. And at what point, if you're Ecuador, do you look to save the likes of Valencia? I know he wants his hat-trick, but he's been getting, every now and again, he's getting a mad kick and he's moving a bit gingerly. When do you just take him off and save your players? Like Pedro, my man, said there, he's Mexican. There's been injuries in that squad. I mean, injuries have been a theme for this World Cup, no matter where you're from. I don't think there's a single country that isn't missing a player. Either they've selected or isn't in the squad due to injuries. Obviously, Reece James tried to race and get fit. It didn't work. Obviously, Benzema and Konku, Pogba, Kante, maybe even 20 other players from France are not there. Mane's not there for Senegal. There's probably a bunch of others. Ecuador in possession. Enna Valencia doing up everything, mate. Here, there, and everywhere. Can't lie, he did them dirty, man. Martial injured, Lyle. To be fair, Deschamps is allowed to pick who he wants, but a bit rude, isn't it? No need to draw them out like that. Like, damn. No need to kind of carry on like that. Fair enough, though. That's how you feel, I guess. It's hard to feel that way. Bit harsh. France, Australia, that could be a drilling. If Argentina avoids playing Germany, they'll be fine. It's their bogey team. I think he means because Deschamps said he's not getting a replacement for Benzema. He's acting. Surely you got to call up another player for the squad, though. Or is it a thing where Benzema's going to try and be fit for the other bits and pieces of the game? Subs warming up for Ecuador. Man down still for Ecuador, folks. 5 more likes, we hit 100. As much as you want to protect Valencia, he's on for the World Cup hat trick, so taking him off is a bit mad. It is, but he scores his hat trick and gets kicked. His ankle gets kicked again. You're off. Not just him, a couple of players. Look at my man, Prausedo. His night's out. He looks like he's moving gingerly. Would you rather a man not get a hat trick and available for the next 2 games in the group, or scores a hat trick and he can't train and them things? I didn't take him off, but it's a decision, not just for him. A couple of them. Maybe if the scoreline was a bit more comfortable, the manager would have made it happen. Half the Qatar fans leaving already. I don't think he meant it like that. Yeah, you know how the net is, innit? I haven't seen what Deschamps has specifically said, innit? Qatar could be in here. No, it's gone wide, but they've had an opportunity. He said a day isn't enough to get a replacement in, fly, get registered and acclimatized. I mean, if there was anyone he truly wanted in that squad that hasn't been named, I'm not saying there isn't, he would have got it done in it. So he must believe that a thing's not there. Pardon me. The biggest is in the Spanish team. No one knows why he didn't call up Kepa or Thiago. Spare for Kepa is one thing. De Gea. Apparently, the Spanish FA congratulated De Gea incorrectly on his retirement. So that must be mind games from Luis Enrique. Long ball forward by the Ecuadorian keeper. At least we're starting to see the Ecuadorian keeper. He had much to do. Enna Valencia can't knock the ball into touch. I don't know how true this is, but apparently Luis Enrique is going to be streaming Spain's campaign. Yeah, he's going to be talking about it. It's going to be on Twitch. I'm going to watch it. Sorry for hitting the mic there, folks. Has Qatar had a shot at goal yet? Not that I can remember. In fact, well, yeah, they have. Well, I wouldn't call it a shot, but Ali, like there was a lovely cross delivered for Ali, and he couldn't, a better striker should be scoring that, or at least making more of a meal of it. But it's still 2-0 to the Ecuadorians with just under half an hour excluding added on time, folks. This is crazy. I mean, it only gets better, though. The World Cup only gets better from here, folks. Boy. Long ball forward. Ecuador players can't bring it into touch. Right, the keeper showing he can catch. Yeah, assuming you're talking about the one at Brighton. Good player. When Luis Enrique loses, he's going to get an L ratio on Twitch by the football world. Crazy. Be interesting to hear that. Maybe he can be honest on his Twitch channel. One of his players will watch it. It's horrible. Qatar have had 3 attempts, none on target. Ecuador have had 4 attempts, 3 on target, and got 2 goals for their trouble. Throw into Qatar on this right-hand side. Yeah, people are going to be trolling. Maybe it'll be a gated community. I don't know. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in it. There will be agendas and stuff being run, but they're just going to have to get on with it. Pardon me. They might as well send this game now, man. Who Qatar got? I ain't watching Qatar's games, bro. Can't lie to you, pardon me. Oh, Qatar, man, you lot better be playing in the morning next game. I can't watch 3 group stage games with you. You're too boring. Need to watch an even game, man. What boots do I wear? Vapors at the moment. How is Budweiser the sponsor even though beer is not allowed? You're going to have to take that with the necessary parties, man. DGC City are saying they won't sell any more players to Arsenal. That's not nice, Pep. I thought we had a link up. I thought we had an agreement. Long ball forward by Ecuador comes to nothing. Tired legs from both teams look like he's settling in. Oh, my goodness. Nil, boys. Nil, boys. Come on, Qatar. Come on, man. Come on, Qatar. 10 passes, 3. We got this. 4. Give me 10. Give me 10. 5. Halfway. Oh, Lord. 6. All right, Bandulu. 7. Come on. Come on. 8. We've got this. We've got this. 8. 9. Don't mess it up, lad. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. You're going on the dribbling thing. 10. Wait. Can we get 10 more? That's a ball. I'm lying. It's not. But it's falling to a Qatari man on this right-hand side. Get your head up. Your head's not up. Cross doesn't make its way in. Moses Caicedo's on the scene. And he hooks it. But even him, no, ref says it's gone out. Looks like the Brighton youth is coming on. Cemento. Formerly of Benfica, allegedly. Definitely of Charlton. Good career. Didn't work out for him at Benfica. Allegedly. Where is his name, man? Only 20 years of age, playing at a World Cup, man. He's played for England at youth level as well. He's actually born in Spain. Yeah, as I said, he's been at Charlton, people. Obviously signed for Brighton now. He's playing at a World Cup. He has 9 caps for Ecuador. He's about to get capped 10 times. Sorry, man said twice. Horrible match. The game started well. It's kind of died down in the second half. How high do you rate Hazard in his peak? At the time, he was a top 10 footballer. Maybe even top 5, like he said. Well, he said top 10. Hazard, a fantastic footballer. Surprise 2 goals have been scored. DG trying to raise the tempo. Yeah, try him, man. Not really working. Horrible. Come on, Sarmento. You're actually quite gifted technically. 3 more likes and we've hit 100 people. What's going on? What's the roadblock? Get the sunglasses. It's true. It's true. Just horrible, man. Come on, lads. Ecuador in possession. Ecuador in possession. We're going to get a third. Ecuador down this right-hand side. Over hit, but Sarmento keeps it in. It's bugged, but he keeps it in. For that was a foul on the Ecuadorian man. Ref says forget all of that. Qatar counter-attack, or try to, but I wouldn't call it counter-attack, especially when you can't hold on to the ball. Try you. Hello, Valencia, folks. On this right hand side. Come on, Ecuador. Can we get a third? Bobbing and weaving. His man tries to feed him. It does not bang. Qatar win it back. Clear their lines, but is that to a red shirt? No. Yeah, man. I could hit the hay still, blood. It's like watching Emery's Arsenal when it was falling off, man. Just uninspired, lackluster. You got small hope that the team will fix up. That's not a foul. Sarmento's won it. Go on then. Movie settings, 20-year-old lad. Ecuador down this right-hand side. Qatar's right there, left, obviously. Ref, soft foul, but Calcedo is fouled. The least exciting World Cup. Hey, man, chill. Let's see if Jesus has topped up his Brazilian carrier because he's been stinky internationally to date. 22 unbeaten run, though. That's Banduli. Like, it was a shit run. I've said this before. People used to kill me. Okay, it's great. And I used to gas, oh, yeah, we're turning games in the second half. And then we played Cardiff away, and I said, okay, cool. If you're always having to change shit in the second half, maybe we're not playing well. But I've seen Arteta, like, big up Arteta. His thing is different. But, like, the first unbeaten run he went through last season and Emery, it don't mean nothing. Like, it means something, of course, but the devil's in the details. Doesn't negate the fact of, as I said, Emery, when it fell off, when it became really lackluster, really boring, really overcomplicated, really uninspiring. That's what football should be at all times, inspiring. This ain't inspiring. But we do it for the love. Is that substitutions happening, linesman, based on what you're doing? Yes. Two substitutions for Qatar, number 9 and someone else. Rod, the keeper's big dog like that. He's wearing the captain's band because number 10's come off. The Qatarian Bruno Fernandes has come off. Emery said he's just not as an Arsenal giver. Man, that don't change. That was just shit tactics at the time. Unfortunately, Montari, number 9 on for Qatar. Bandili plays. Ecuador ball in the box. Hit it, lad. No. The touch, you didn't want to do it. You didn't want to do it, number 7 of Ecuador. You didn't want to do it. Just pass the ball, man. You're wasting everyone's time. Sarmento, yeah, step overs, wavy, yeah, excitement. Come on, oh, bundled over there, free kick. I don't mind that party tricks, man. Soft foul, but foul nonetheless. Sarmento, movie settings, believing in himself there. Mods on YouTube, please. I've seen more fight from Sunday League teams. Munoz settings. I'd hit some push-ups, woke me right up. I hear that. Keep going, boys. Not long left, people. Don't forget tomorrow we're watching England and France, Australia, England, Iran, and whoever's at 4 p.m. Whoever's the 4 p.m. thing. This game is making me hungry. You fat shit. Come on, boys. 0-0. Ball in. Headed out. Me and Qatar have been a lot better in the second half, but ultimately, that's not enough. Ref. Throw into Ecuador once again. This game is horrible, man. By God's grace, no game is this horrible going on in the tournament. Ecuador on this left-hand side. 18 minutes left plus added on time. They got the Qatar World Cup final. Man thought they had Solly Montari. Hey, if he's still playing, that would have been a massive problem. Shouldn't have expected much from Ecuador and Qatar. Yeah, 2-0 is just about right, man. I think that's a lot more than I expected in the game. If I'm completely honest with you. Ref, trust me, ref, how long settings, man? There can't be much left. Horrible game of football. Qatar in possession. Fair enough. This might amount to something. Go on, Qatar. Go on. Show us something. Go on. Only 2 players want to play ball, man. Ball into the box. Qatar still have it in a dangerous area. Is the ball going to be delivered? It's nice passing. Is someone going to shoot? Number 11 tried to do the movie thing. Asif, horrible. Afif, horrible. Horrible effort. Hang your head in shame. That was appalling. There was no thought behind that. They were just doing. Yep. Oh, look. Just as I said about protecting players, Enner Valencia's gone down unprovoked. That might be the end of his night, or he might just want some sort of treatment. As I said, if you're Ecuador, you got to start protecting your players now. Making them play on with injuries and that can't be beneficial. It's a tournament. He's taking off his captaincy, man. See, I tried to tell you. You didn't want to listen. You didn't want to listen. Like, let's just hope he plays for them in the next game. He's taking off the captain's band. That's him done. But you know what? Captain's performance. He's led well. He's worked the channels well. He's dropped deep well. He's got 2 goals. Didn't drop his head when VAR denied him. Not going to get his hat-trick, but it is what it is. He did his thing, like Woozy said. And he's currently the top goal scorer at the World Cup. From a selfish point of view, I'm sure he would have wanted to stay on, get his hat-trick, and maybe score a lot more. Never going to have an easier chance to bag. And they've made the change. It's 14 minutes left of this half, people. Still 2-0 to Ecuador, courtesy of Enner Valencia double in the first half. A glancing header was his second. His first was from the spot. His real first, was denied via VAR. It should be 3-0, but it's not. Boy, not many. But you need your team to go through, bro. I agree with you from that aspect, but now the guy's injured. And you hope he's all right. You got to play chess, not checkers. What would you rather? Have a hat-trick for your player or go to the next round of the tournament? Yellow cards being given out. And again, Kodak Black this time. Handbag slyly getting thrown out by Qatar. And on occasion, the Ecuadorians. Ooh, that's not a nice tackle. Another yellow card sums up their day, really. Oh, we won 2-0 against Brighton. I'll take that. We got Football Manager getting me through this one. Boy, Ecuador being way too kind now. Here, right now. Facts. Way too kind, bro. Way too kind. Ecuador encouraged not to embarrass. Oh, chill with the referring to them as that. Please, no ignorance. Qatar tried to counter-attack, much like everything today amounts to nothing. Do like Moses Caicedo's positioning. Could improve in terms of his progressive passing if he's going to play for a bigger team, but for what he brings to the table, he's quite good at it. I hear that. Shout out Team Harrison. Moses Caicedo, positioning always in the right areas, man. Got a good future, man. The Brighton boys of Ecuador out in full effect. Ball over the top. Sacramento, you're offside. If he leaves that, it should be free. Sacramento had a chance to score, bundles it over. Surely the offside flag. Yep, you would have been offside. That was so silly from him. Didn't you look over your line? If you don't interfere with play, Valencia, Ecuador are in here. Hold your run. In fact, maybe both men are offside. The left back who's made the run probably isn't. Even though it's dropped to you. It's terrible effort. Got to hit the target. Got to keep that down. Probably thought he scored before the ball connected with his foot. Ecuador playing in second gear. It should be 6-0. Yeah, at least 4. But then again, we don't always know the physical conditioning of these players coming into the tournament and what's been happening on the training ground. Qatar keep it in possession, but it's not good enough. Once again, given back cheaply. 11 minutes left. Moses Caicedo. Tempo's gone. Legs are gone. Oh, baggy first touch by Ecuador. Got out of jail there, the centre half. Holland should bot this group on paper, but I don't trust them. Beautiful thing about football, you have to go out there and win the games. Can Ecuador get a third here? Oh, what was that? Number 5 doing? Showing why his strengths are probably not in the attacking half of the pitch. Terrible pass from him. Oh, lost his footing and Ecuador could have been in there again. Brave goalkeeping from the Qatari man. I mean, Senegal should be trying to give problems. Everyone probably fancies Senegal without Mane. If you're in their group, I'm sure Van Dijk is happy in a nice way not to be playing against his fellow country, well, his fellow former Liverpool teammate, but countryman. Qatar in possession. 10 minutes left for them to get something out of this game. You never know if they get a next goal early, makes for a nervous ending for Ecuador, who have not been troubled at all. Qatari keeper sliced his shot. 9 minutes left. It's gone out for a throw-in. Easiest game Ecuador playing a while at a World Cup. Host nation set to lose their first game. Nine minutes left, people. Ecuador still in possession. Mendes. Good play here on this right-hand side. Ref, man fouled off the ball. That is a thingy. Is the stadium full? I'm the wrong person to ask. I'm not there, man. Good, smart foul to win there. Could blow the whistle right now, man. Wouldn't be missing anything. Free kick to Ecuador in a dangerous area. It's going to have to be a good set piece routine, but nonetheless, it should be all right. What have they got from the training ground here? Ball in, whip to the back post. Terrible, really. It isn't full, but they have a decent set of people. Oh, smiles from Eder Valencia. Got ice on his knee. Obviously, a couple of days to your next game. But yeah, man. What a game this has been, folks. Lovely stuff. Amen. The Ecuadorian goalkeeper in possession again. Elects to clear his lines and go long. Ecuador turning some terrible passes into good ones. Not that one, though. Pardon me. Good defense. Never a foul, ref. He's looking for that. Wow. Qatar somehow win a free kick. Soft one, but yeah, man. 7 minutes left, folks. 7 minutes left. Appreciative to everyone who's hit the like button and everyone who's been here watching this game with me. By no means the most exciting of matches, but they all count, I guess. Qatar in possession. A Qatari baller's part-time. Surely gotta be when you play like this. Can't be anything more. Long ball forward by Ecuador. Qatar deal with it. Qatar, sorry, looking to advance. I mean, where was this in the first half, kind of? Will we play the second half so I can go to sleep easier today? Anyone in this chat awake? Ooh, baggy touches from the Qataris again. Still have possession, though. Not going to lie, they had us in the first half. They did, man. They did. Had us under belief. But 6 minutes left, people. Qatar down this right-hand side. And Ecuador are breaking forward. That's a good pass. So I meant to put too much on it. It's still alive. It's gone out now. Five minutes left, people, plus any added on time. Boy. Qatar looking to go long, not for the first time. That's a decent little knock, really. And it's found their striker. Oh, it's a good effort, but it's just gone over from Montari. Good effort. Qatar have Senegal and Holland's next. It's curtains for them. Senegal versus Netherlands should be an interesting game. I hear that. Tomorrow, live from 12:45 UK time, people will start our watch along for England versus Iran. If that was a goal, that could have been a contender for goal of the tournament. Easy win for Qatar. I mean, easy win for Ecuador. Qatar only there as hosts. Why I thought that was a goal. You're not alone. Think the Dutch will flop. To be honest, Senegal on the other hand will surprise a few. Just have to wait and see, man. Try the thing. England versus Iran, 5 a.m. Crazy. The Dutch always flop. Hey, man, that's got to stop sometime. Ball into the box by Qatar. It's evaded. Everyone is still alive on this right-hand side. Corner kick, surely. No, keeper plucks it. DG, man of the match. Appreciative. Big up the Qatar fans. Still moving mad, though. Have to give him that. Man of the match is DG's coffee. DG winning the poll by a landslide, 3 or 4. I feel Holland were lit last World Cup. They had Van Gaal. Lit. Where'd they finish? 3 minutes left, people. Put on the show for the chat, DG. We almost asleep. Oh, put on the show. What the hell do you think this is? Sarmento. It's on this right-hand side with Ecuador. Ecuador have worked it patiently. Ball in. Slice off a man. What's the ref stopping there? I don't know what the ref's on. Okay, it's actually a corner kick, I believe. That looked a bit baffling. Fair enough, though. Last time Holland was lit was 2010. Corner kick to Ecuador. Can they get a third? Been a muted second half. It was an okay first half by the standards of both teams. More so Qatar. Ball delivered. Not enough on it. Headed out. Dealt with. Throw into Ecuador once again, folks. Big up you lot for tuning in, as usual. Ball into the box. Eventually, the throw has been taken short. Ecuador have it down this right. Good play there. Not a foul, though. Good defending by Qatar. And can this spark the courage for a counter-attack? I don't know what the Qatari man was doing there, but he has got his team further up the field there. Substitutions for Ecuador due. Designed probably to eat up more time within this game. Come on, ref. Bro, when Nigel de Jong did that, it was crazy. The Dutch have made it to the World Cup, to the final of the World Cup, the most times without ever winning it. Bottle is harsh. I swear the majority of Qatar players have been off for like 6 months. Explains this performance. Crazy if that's true. I don't know. Moses Caicedo will be coming off for Ecuador, the Brighton man, saving legs. Or better yet, designed at saving legs, I'd assume. Qatar going forward, that touch was horrible though. 5 minutes of added on time, folks. 5 minutes of added on time. Appreciative to you lot tuning in. Don't forget, people, we're watching England tomorrow. We're watching all the games tomorrow. So we go again then. $5 minutes. Now, to be fair, I think 5 minutes is about right, if I'm completely honest with you. If I am completely honest with you. How many games tomorrow? I believe 3. France, Australia, England, Iran, and there's someone sandwiched in between both of them games. Twitch gang, make sure you're checking your alerts. 4 minutes left. Sarmento, been positive since coming off the bench, the Brighton man. Skips passes, man. Where's his options? Plays it square. Qatar just keeping it simple. Ecuador keeping it simple, of all people. Shout out you lot tuned in. Shout out American Gooner as well. Wales, USA ain't bad. Not bad at all. It's a good game. Really. Rafael Long trust. 4 minutes of unneededness. If I'm completely honest. Ecuador just want the game to be done as well. They're moving it so subtly, so slowly. Just trying to keep ticking over. Essentially. Oh, I mean, Qatar are lucky there. Qatar are very lucky there that they've been given that foul. Someone on Twitter said this Qatar team are a Kane and Son away from being Spurs, and I see it. I hear it. Argentina versus Iran at 4 in the morning over here is mad crazy. Where'd they get 5 minutes from? Nah, to be fair, I think that's it. Not the best opener, I must say. I don't think that's the craziest comment. Don't think you're wrong with that. 2 minutes left, people. Dejection on the faces of the Qatarians. The Ecuadorians, all smiles. This is what football's about. Clean sheet, 3 points, 2 goals. Mazza. Tired legs where Ecuador are concerned, reflected in that first touch from one of their players. Won a game they probably talked about winning pre-tournament. In possession here, never really troubled, never troubled at all. Sarmento does things at pace, bringing out the skills. That's a good one too. Oh, that should have went back to him. It's still here with Ecuador. Can this be a third? Let's hit the guy in the face. It'll be a corner. Come on, man. You're good. Your team's losing, man. Forget your face. Get up, man. Plata put a ball in, to be fair. It's cracked him right in the face. Still, I'm acting. It's cracked him. But if I was a teammate, hurry up with that because you're making it. The longer you take it, the more nervous we get because they got a corner in a very dangerous area. Very, very dangerous area. How long, ref? 30 seconds is the answer. Ecuador, that was a poor header. If it was better, maybe there's something you get out of that. Guess we'll never know. Ref, how long? Well, there'll be another corner for Qatar. Hopefully there's a chance for them to at least get a goal. Give the fans that have stayed, if some fans have gone, which some of you allegedly said, something to cheer about. In swinging corner. It's dealt with. And that's that, people. Thank the Lord. The first World Cup of Qatar 2022 ends with the host nation Qatar losing 2-0. A double from Enner Valencia. Could have been more. VAR wasn't on the case. He is nursing a slight injury as well, so one would be concerned. But business as usual for Qatar. Don't think they have the squad. Snooze fest, not really the greatest of games, but it's the first one out the way. Tomorrow we've got England, Iran, America, Wales, France, Australia. Watch-alongs every day of the week, people. If you're on Twitch, check your schedules. If you're on YouTube, make sure your notifications are on. As usual, appreciative of all of you lot watching this with me, people. Let me allow you lot to go and enjoy your evening. As usual, thank you very much for your support. I'll see you all tomorrow. At least we got to see 2 goals for our trouble. God bless. Hope you all have a great week and you're all in good health. But for now, I'm out.
There's always just that active red flag. Defenders, I think, is like. There's always just that active red flag. Defenders, I think, is like.
Against this right back, Charlie, definitely.